Hey y'all, this is Cindy from Freeze Babies Fiber Frolic. This is my first time trying to do a cooking demonstration. I'm going to be making matzo ball soup. I'm doing it in my own quick way because, yeah, I don't usually have a lot of time to make stuff because I'm lazy. Anyhow, I'm going to go ahead and show you. First off, I'm going to switch around so you can see the ingredients. Okay, I've got about, I would say, a half an onion, a cup or two of celery and carrots, and then I've got a whole chicken breast sitting here. Okay, and then so you got a whole chicken breast. Then I've got the matzo ball mix. It has 2 envelopes in it, and there's a difference between matzo ball mix and matzo ball soup mix. The matzo ball soup mix would have the bouillon in it for making the soup. A lot of people that make matzo ball soup just make the broth and the matzo balls, but I like to make it like a chicken soup. So I will be putting everything in it like I would a normal soup. And then I also have some spices and my broth mix over there. I got my wok ready to, what I do is I'll brown all my veggies and my chicken together while I'm but first I'm going to mix up the matzo balls. Okay, so I'm gonna try and do this. I've got a half a cup of oil and 4 eggs already beat up. Normally, for 1 pack of the matzo ball soup, you'd use a 1/4 cup of oil and 2 eggs. But I'm gonna go ahead and make a large batch. So let me see if I can get this to stay put while I'm doing the matzo balls. Wish me luck. Okay. We'll see. I might have to switch it, but hopefully you can see this. I'm gonna turn it the other way so show what's down below. Okay, it's kind of precarious, you guys, so let me know. Okay, I think that's all right. If it falls over, it falls over. Okay, so what I'm doing is taking 2 packets of matzo ball mix, and matzo ball mix is basically ground up matzo meal. It's matzo meal. Okay, so I put that in there. So that's 2 packs of matzo mix. And then I'm taking, alright, I'm going to go ahead and mix the large eggs in with the 1/4 cup of oil. Like that. I don't do well standing for any period of time, but it's alright. So I'm going to go ahead and mix those together. Alright, I guess that's good enough. And then you put it in with the matzo meal. Let me grab my fork. And a spoon. Okay, the idea is to mix it up until it's, uniform in consistency. Basically want all the liquid and the dry mixes to be thoroughly mixed together. And that's supposed to sit now for 15 minutes to set up. Let me make sure that's good. Okay. Alright, so let that set up. While that's setting up, Hi, sweetie. I'm making soup and I'm recording it. Okay. Let me switch around. Hello.
Hello.
Okay. How are you doing?
Okay.
All right. Can you see me? All right. I'm going to take and put some olive oil in the pan. Help if I opened it. It doesn't need a lot. Maybe 2 tablespoons. Get the pan going on high, medium high. And while that's setting up, I'm going to go ahead and get the broth mix in the kettle. Hello.
What are you doing? Stir fry?
No, I'm going to pre-cook the chicken and the veggies so that it won't take as long in the pot. I'm kind of winging it. You gonna take a shower?
No.
Okay. Hi, kitty. Alright. I think the pan's probably getting hot enough. Okay, I got 2 of the broth mixed together. I'll probably add some water to it too, but I'm gonna wait and see. Okay. So we got the chicken going in. Not quite hot enough yet, I guess. I'll put it on high. Put that over there in the sink. Thanks. I've got Sheba sitting here whining.
She wants me to feed her.
I know she does. She's starving. Hi, kitty. Okay, well, that's going. I decided to saute all the meat and veggies together ahead of time because, I mean, it just kind of makes the cooking process a little faster. Going good. I'm going to go ahead and start adding ingredients to the bouillon. This is in here. I'm adding some garlic powder, fine sea salt. Now I use the low sodium bouillon. I don't like it. I have to watch my salt intake. And then I'm putting in black pepper. I've got some onions going in at the restaurant. I'm going to go ahead and put some onion powder in. And for little kicks, I'll put some ginger in too. Okay. I'm going to set that aside. Get everything going here. This will go pretty fast. I'm going to go ahead and pause you while I'm doing this. Okay, the veggies and the chicken are all ready to go, so I'm going to go ahead and pour them into this pot, stock pot. Hot. All right. Now we need to bring the pot full boil. While we're doing that, I'm going to go ahead and make the matzo balls. Alright, I'm going to switch you around. Here's a matzo ball mix. Okay, what I'm going to do is we want to make them into like a, usually about, I think about a, it says like a pea size, maybe a little bit bigger. I usually make them about an inch, and that way, and they puff up in water just like dumplings do, or in the soup mix. So let my soup mix is boiling. I'm going to go ahead and start rolling these. See, it's about 3/4 of an inch, I guess. I put them in a bowl. Kind of time consuming, but it's good. It's worth it. I like making soups anyways. It's my favorite thing to make next to you know, soup, stews, casseroles. They don't have to be consistent. I'm not very consistent on my rolling. Matzo is what we use a lot. The matzo crackers, matzo bread, whatever you want to call it, is really popular, especially during Passover, because it's unleavened bread. It doesn't have any yeast in it, and during Passover you get rid of all your bread that's got yeast in it and only eat matzah. And the matzah has to be labeled for Passover, kosher for Passover. During the rest of the year, it's kosher, but not necessarily kosher for Passover. I don't know what the difference is. We don't keep kosher, but we do respect some of the traditions. Like when we have events at our synagogue, we keep things kosher. At least, you know, separating no meat, usually just cheese or dairy separately. Or if we're going to serve meat, we do it separate. We won't have any cheese. Like for instance, if you have bagels. So, get these going. And once these are all rolled, I'll drop them into the pot just like you do it when you're making chicken dumplings, when you're dropping the dumplings in. And then you'll cover and simmer it for half an hour. Sai's got the TV going. Apologize. He's hard of hearing, so it might be a little loud. But let me get this done. I'm going to pause you while I finish this. Okay, we got the matzo balls ready to go into the stew, and it's at a boil, so I'm just going to go ahead and drop these in. Oh, this will be fun. It'll taste good when it's done. A lot of matzos. I probably made too many, but what the heck. It's like you can never have too many biscuits and dumplings and chicken and dumplings, which is my favorite soup to make. Alright, they're all in there. So I'll let it come to a boil again. And then what I'm going to do is cover them and simmer them for half an hour. So that'll be good. Okay, I think they're ready to be covered. And I will come back in half an hour to show you what it looks like. Lower it and put it on simmer. You help me with this one too. There. All right. Should be all right.
Mm-hmm.
You do the other one for me.
Okay.
And I'm going to go see where I'm at on my soup.
Did you do the one in the front?
No, I don't have any place to plug it in. So I gave up on that one. What I should have done is brought a longer extension cord and out of the outside and lit it, but that's all right. All right, we've got about 7 minutes. So I'm going to go do my yarn opening. Oh, is this still running? It is still running. Great. I forgot to pause it. That's all right. Okay, my soup is done. Now let me pull it out and show you what it looks like. See, these are the matzos. They look just like dumplings.
Matzo balls.
Yeah, matzo balls. They look just like dumplings. There we go. And I will fork them out. And bon appetit, or as we say in the Jewish world, l'chaim, which means to life. Have a good night.